This is definitely not a surprise. Parents are stressed. There really is no other way to put it. COVID-19 has just added challenges to daily life, like the lack of extracurricular activities for your kids, trying to manage their at-home schooling when classes get canceled, navigating your child's emotions, let alone your own emotions during these uncertain times. So here to talk about stress management and ways to combat it, psychologist and executive coach, Dr. Lisa Orbe-Austin. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Natalie.
Okay, so we know if you're a parent out there, routine is crucial to a household with kids. So one common stressor that parents are saying they're trying to manage the change in your kids' daily schedule and structures, routines. What are some ways that they can manage that? Is scheduling altogether out of the question, or can they maintain some of that?
Yeah, I mean, you're not looking for the perfect schedule. You're looking for the good enough schedule. And I think now that we know we're going to be coming in and out of this potentially for a while, thinking about what does the schedule look like when the child is in school, when they're in daycare, and what does the schedule look like when they're not? And those schedules should be fairly similar and consistent. And so that they know when they're not going to school, things look like this. When they're going to school, they look like this. So that way we don't sort of like throw away all the good habits we've developed over this time to kind of have a schedule at home.
Yeah, so there are a lot of parents out there where they know pickup is at this time, school is at this time, extracurriculars. What should they be telling themselves when they feel stressed out about not having those numbers in line?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to create them for yourself and create a routine and a schedule that works for you at home. You know, math starts at this time, this starts at that time, and create that artificial schedule in your house while you're in home, because it can be really helpful. It does really help mitigate stress.
Yeah, and a lot of kids, almost every child, they hear us, they absorb what we're saying, they want to know what we're thinking, especially when we're stressed out. They kind of pick up on that. How should parents be talking to their kids about how they're feeling?
Well, so first of all, I'll say, like, it's really important to manage your own anxiety and stress, whether it's you're seeing your therapist regularly or you're meditating, or you're dealing with your own kind of like mindfulness and groundedness. But I think kids sometimes know, many times know what's going on. So I don't think it's good to hide it, but I don't think it's good to kind of pour out everything in them and expect them to kind of manage it. You can talk about what you feel, but I think it has to be age appropriate, and they have to really feel like you've got it under control, despite the fact that you can still have feelings.
Yeah. Are there any tips that you have for those anxious parents out there that are truly living through a time that we don't have a blueprint for? We really don't. How can they avoid getting overwhelmed or burnt out with all of these changes?
Yeah, so self-care is central. You have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first before anyone else. That's really incredibly important. And I think, talk about it, process it, deal with it, because it is unprecedented. So talk to your friends, talk to people you trust. Don't be shy about getting a therapist, getting support, but don't internalize it and sit with it just by yourself, because it can get sort of much, much worse.
Yeah, which is exactly what we don't want. Some very sound advice from Dr. Lisa. Parents, just remember, cut yourself some slack. If you guys want to hear more from Dr. Lisa, you can give her a follow on Twitter or on Instagram. That's going to be at Dr. Orbe-Austin. You can also check out her podcast, Beauty Uncovered. Dr. Lisa, as always, thanks again.
You're so welcome.